Hi everyone, hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Cardano. Once again, thank you for your continued support across the whole channel here. Really, very well appreciated and you know, heartwarmingly received. Thank you for all the comments and the likes and the shares and the subscriptions that you do towards the channel here as well. So thank you. Once again, looking at Cardano, the stable coin. Cardano, the stable coin. That's basically what it is. It's just going sideways. Goes up, goes down, goes down, goes up. Boring. Okay, so what we do, just zoom out again, zoom out on the daily time frame here, just have a quick look. What's confluence to the fact that it is still strong is you're making these high lows. It's conforming to some kind of uptrend at the moment. Okay, if we have a quick look on the 4 hourly again, you can see just in this particular breakdown here where you started to go up and you fell back down, you are making these high lows. So what's effectively happening? I know it's a little bit boring, but you are being pushed up. Okay, you are being pushed up into sort of this sort of angle here. In effect, is some kind of ascending triangle, descending triangle formation here. Okay, where you're sort of coming up in your head. So a breakout is imminent. Okay, and you know what? When it gets close to the apex, it has to make its mind up which way it wants to go. Okay, and for me personally, looking at that is a continuation pattern. You fell into it. So you may be looking at a bit of a push down, but not financial advice. I don't want to tell you what to do, okay? And you may be looking at it breaking down to sort of where it fell into this particular pattern. So you may see it start to drop down towards that sort of level there, which is $1.16. Because at the minute, it doesn't look like it's making any sort of progress, okay? I'm always going to be frank with you. I'm always going to be honest with you and say what I see. It's just sort of not holding any kind of support really above the 50, which is 123. I did say to you, if you do see yourself get above that 0.5, which is $123, then you will see a big pump for Cardano. Who knows, you know, potentially I'm wrong that we do start to move up close to this apex here, okay, because this is what's happening. You see the EMAs, you're still bullish on the 4-hourly time frame, by the way, on the EMAs, because you're bullish cross there, you've got the little EMA retest there that's slung it over its shoulder. You've obviously at some level of resistance up there, the 0.786 roughly, and then you come back down, you're in your head on a 0.618, which is the golden ratio, failed to get through it. So that's confluence to the fact that you are sort of caught under this sort of downtrend or this consolidation event that you're just going sideways for Cardano, as you can see here. But you can see this is a particular really strong support base here. You have multiple touches, 1, 2, and a level down there where you consolidate it for a little bit. And you know, the fact that you're broken down into this ascending triangle, sorry, where you're broken down into it, if you were to come up into it, okay, that's a continuation event. Okay, and like you've come down into it, it's a continuation event. So I do suspect that as you come closer to that, you may see the potential fallout of this and a little bit of a dump, a mini dump for Cardano. Okay, not financial advice, but you may be looking at like a 4 or 5% dump for Cardano, just down to just retest this level of support right here. Because at the moment, it's nothing happening for it, okay? The RSI is relatively healthy. The MACD is looking quite healthy, actually. It's starting to turn green. You see that there? Got the bullish cross on the MACD. And hopefully that can deliver you this pump out of this apex to the upside that it needs to get through that level of resistance there at that 0.5, okay? You do need to get through that. Like I said to you, if you start closing below it again, you're going to start hitting your head again on it. But you are being forced up into the move there. You're being forced up into some kind of breakout, okay? And that's what this confirmation of the hugging of this particular resistance line and this sort of ascending channel there. Do you see that? It's an ascending, rising trend line, and it's conforming to it. So you are being forced into a move. Personally, not financial advice, but the fact that it's hitting its head, it's going to push you down and you'll roll over. So a good opportunity there, if it was to sort of hit its head in this apex, okay, and start to roll over, then you could look at a lovely little short opportunity there of around about 6% for Cardano to just fall out and come back down and test this lower level of support there, as it is multiple times there. Because you're effectively looking at something like this, okay, where you've sort of come down into it, you start to creep up, you had that little pump, hit your head, rolled over, and then lost it and come back down and support on this $1.16 there. At the moment, very flat, very boring, very sideways, and that's Cardano until it sorts itself out. But still, these are all little intra-trades that you can do, okay? But at the moment, you are still, on the grand scheme of things, extremely bullish on the larger time scales here, okay? When you zoom out, you're making the high lows. Do you see that? You're just caught in a consolidation event. I'm looking at a very similar consolidation event for Reef right now. Okay, that it's gone up, it's made these two highs, rolled over, failed to make that high, and it's just going to sort of go sideways. So this particular chart right here is just confirmation of what's happening to Reef, really. What happens when you look at charts? You see, it gives you a guide and gives you a sort of glimpse into the future, what can happen. So those of you that are following the Reef videos there, you could see you made the high, the second high, you rolled over, you fell through, lost some level of support, and you're just going sideways, basically crabbing until it sorts itself out. And like I said to you, what I think this entire move here might be looking for Cardano, whilst it is going flat, whilst it is going sideways, whilst it is going boring, is this 55 EMA to creep up and get a touch off it as a level of support. Because I remember when I first made this video, Cardano was up there and the EMAs were down here, okay, and I did say you're looking at a rollover, but this is a really long, boring, stagnant consolidation event that Cardano's got going on for it. But we have got to appreciate the fact that it has gone up so much. It's gone up so much, hasn't it? So, you know, for Cardano, it's gone up from that bullish cross there on a daily time frame there, just there. You know, you kind of a whopping 13x roughly to the all-time high over a few months there. So yeah, I think it's looking for a very similar structure to what it is here, where it went up and it rolled over and it waited until this EMA crept up to it and got the touch off it as support. Not financial advice, and I've not got a crystal ball, but it looks like that's like sort of what it's gearing up to and waiting for. So I wouldn't be necessarily anticipating a huge breakout for Cardano anytime soon. It's just showing levels of resistance, adhering to them, and coming back and bouncing off levels of support. Not breaking down, no. Still making high lows, creeping up to some sort of ascending sort of trend line here. Okay, being forced up by the EMAs as well. And I do suspect that over the next couple of weeks, perhaps over the next 14 days, we will get that breakout that we're anticipating, you know, after this long level of consolidation, where you will effectively get that 55 EMA retest as well. So that's Cardano. Bit flat, bit boring. Cardano, the stable coin, eh? I'll catch you tomorrow in another video on Cardano. Take care. Bye bye.